Shalom. This is Kapaya, aka Pops out of GMS Chicago with another sit down. Before I get started though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Akakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. I want to send double honors because they do rule well. To the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, declaring war on the planet. I send salutations to the hopeful elect. Hope this is edifying. To the squatters, to the Aquath, to the Aquath that's listening sincerely and charity, keep doing so. But to the scorner, scoffer, reprobate, 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations, your destruction is closer than what you think. If that having been said, I'm going to go to this here. Because, excuse me, when you hard-headed women, for some reason think you're not going to have to share your man or whatever the case might be with other women, probably many other women. Let me crack your bubble real quick. And I'm not saying that in a prideful ass manner. It's just the scripture bears it out. So since the scripture bears it out, if you call yourself trying to be an Israelite woman and understanding it, you have to really be able to wrap your mind around that fact. But the Lord, like I said, if you can't do it on this side, the Lord is going to probably wind up destroying you. Actually, I won't say that. I won't say that because a lot of your salvation is going to be through your man, and he's going to have you reprogram. The Lord's going to reprogram us with the download, so he's going to reprogram you all with the proper download as to how to understand, honor, and respect to your man, okay, and cherish him. So with that being said, let me just go here. Okay. 10 countries that will pay you to marry their women. Okay? Came out last year in November. Is when it was put up. Okay, let's deal with this. First scripture off top is going to wind up being Isaiah. Put scriptures in this in the middle of it, though. So when we say this, you won't be talking about, man, bump that, this, that, and other, blah, 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 blah. It's rebellion. That means you're not looking forward to the download that you're going to get. But you're going to get it anyway, and you're going to be happy with it. But let's go to Isaiah 4:1. In that day, 7. And 7 is not just talking about a particular number. 7 also is the number of completion. So whatever that complete number is for that man to be happy, satisfied, whatever combination of things that it might be, that's going to be the number of women that he has. Okay? So 7 is just completion. So in that day, 7 women shall take hold. Shall take hold. Kazak, to strengthen, prevail, harden, be strong, become strong, be courageous, be firm, grow firm, be resolute. That's a good word. Be resolute. Mean be totally sold out to be into this man and this man only. Okay. To be strong, grow strong, to prevail upon, to be firm, be caught fast. Okay. If you don't quite understand what that means, be caught fast. How do I explain it? It's like a phrase. Okay. To be caught fast. Fast is to be locked down per se. So to be caught fast is to be totally locked down. Be secure, to press, be urgent, to grow stout, grow rigid, grow hard, bad sense. To make rigid, make hard. That's going to be make they resolve be that, he can't do no wrong. He can't this, he can't that, blah, blah, blah. All that. To support, repair, all this other stuff. To hold, contain, to put forth strength, use one's strength to withstand, to hold strongly with, okay? So you got to understand what context is being used in for that word kazak. Okay? In that day, 7 women shall take hold, to strongly hold, of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Eat our own bread. We go have our own food. We'll forage for it. We'll do whatever it is we got to do for our own food and wear our own apparel. We're not going to be out there trying to... Ain't going to be no shopping anyway when this shit hit the fan. Okay? But make our own clothes, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And the word reproach, scorn. Let us be called by your name so we won't be scorned. In other words, you ain't got a man, what's wrong with you? Or you don't belong to a man? Actually, more not, you ain't got a man. It's you don't belong to a man, what's wrong with you? You know, type of thing. What's going on with you that you don't have a man? And your response isn't going to be because I don't want one. Okay? Like I said, strong definition. Look down. Contumely, disgrace. The pudenda, rebuke, reproach. Fully, shame. To take away our shame. Take away our reproach. Resting upon condition of shame, disgrace. A woman that don't have a man is a disgrace. And since men outnumber women, they have to understand, I got a man. It don't matter how many women he's got. I'm his too. All right. But only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Bingo. Okay, so now let's go back to the thing. Let's not lose focus as to the fact that there are 10 countries that will pay you to marry their women, and this ain't even in the kingdom yet. Okay?
Remarkable increase in the women's population than that of men. In fact, this imbalance between man and women is strongly present in some nations than others, where men are in hot demand and women will do anything to attract a male partner. That's not everything. Even these countries are willing to pay a good amount of money if you accept to marry their females. 1. Italy. This beautiful country is known to have a very small and unbalanced population where the female ratio is higher than that of men. The reason behind this imbalance is the fact that married women there totally refuse the idea of giving birth to more than one single child. Bormida is an Italian village located right in the northwestern of Italy. It proposes a program that offers about 2,000 euros to anyone who is willing to move to settle down there and get married to one of the Italian women. If the idea sounds cool, then all you need is to pack your bag and leave. 2. Portugal. Did you know that 70% of the Portuguese population are actually females? In fact, the gender ratios vary by
70%. 70%. You know, we used to pose this question out on the street at times when women come up and we're telling them that they're going to have to get their mind right and be in order and do this and do that. And they are so jacked in this society that they can't even wrap their mind around it. Okay? They can't even wrap their mind around it. But 70%. And we said, and we used the number, if there's 7.5 billion people on the planet, and you say that there's it says about 7 to 1. So let's say there's 7.5 billion people on the planet. A billion, maybe 1.5 billion is men. And you got about 6 billion women that's on this planet. if all the men link up with all the women, and that takes up 3 billion, because it said 1.5 billion men, so you get 1.5 billion women, which basically run up about 3 billion. You got 4 billion women that's not supposed to do what? Not bear kids, not this, not that, none of those things, because the woman that's got one man saying that he only should belong to me. Don't even make sense. And that's bared out right now, the way it is. This ain't even considering what the ratio is going to be of women to men in the kingdom.
By groups as well as by location. Portuguese people also don't give birth to many children. In fact, that's what led to the issue of unbalanced population. So if you're ever thinking about settling down with a Portuguese, then waste no more time. Portuguese women not only are beautiful, but also strong and reliable. 3. Armenia. The male population in Armenia decreased lately because of many different factors, one of which is war, where Armenia lost a large number of the male gender. The female population,
The what? Armenia lost a lot of the men due to war? All right, then, so we're going to go here. Hold on. Don't.
What modernized Middle Eastern country is begging?
Sorry about that.
The world's statistics show between man and women is strongly present in some nations than others, where men are...
Okay, I'm going to let it catch back up, but now we know that we're dealing with Armenia, and a lot of they men was lost due to war. So I got to go to this scripture here. Jeremiah 49. I'm going to do 10. Start at 10. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made, hold on, let me see. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bad. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. So this sounds like the people that's going to be left behind when Yahweh Shem Rashad does what he does is your children is going to go, Esau's children is going to go into slavery, and their widows, and the women too, and the man that isn't killed, but the ones that are cute, let thy widows trust in me. And the same way these women, these Israelite women put their trust in Esau right now, as in for all his wants and all his needs, for all their wants, I should say, and all their needs, they deal with him, and they true to him, and they devoted to him, and they say they don't need no man. Why? Because the government takes care of them. Well, guess what? The man will be your government. He's going to be your existence. And that's going to be the way it is. And these women are going to know that they bread, they butter, they food, everything comes from whoever that man is that they're under. If they're pretty, then of course they're going to get cuffed. But like I said, there's a scripture, and I'm probably going to wind up going to it, where it says that the Israelite woman is going to be saved for childbearing. Our bodies aren't going to make up the same DNA as the heathen women. Our physiologies, I hope I said that right, physiologies isn't going to link up. We're not going to be able to mate with them in the sense of actually being able to produce. We'll be able to have sex with them, but we won't be able to produce with them. Our production is going to come from straight Israelite women. And that's so that you all are not grieved talking about a heathen had a baby by an Israelite man, but she hasn't. That ain't going to happen in the kingdom. You're not going to be grieved like that. All right, so now, leave thy 11. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. That is in the scriptures. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let's look up that word trust. I don't want to leave it. Batak, to trust in, to have confidence, be confident, to be bold, to be secure. Let them women be secure in me. Let them know that I got them. As they say, I cuffed her. I cuffed her. That means that I got her. I got her totally on lock. Okay? Whatever she's gonna need, I got. She's been cuffed. To cause to trust, to make secure, to feel safe. Be careless. She's going to be able to be careless or carefree. Don't have to worry about nothing. Food, clothes, all this other kind of stuff. Like I said, and ain't nobody talking about no, how do I want to say this? Our Israelite women just got to deal with the idea that, like I said, their men are going to be able to have multiple, not just multiple Israelite women, but multiple women in general. Period. Okay? Now, let's go back to the video.
Hot demand, and women will do anything for their females.
Let me speed it up a little bit.
Village located right in the northwestern of. Did you know that 70% of our time, Portuguese women not only are beautiful, but also strong and reliable? 3. Armenia. The male population in Armenia decreased lately because of many different factors, one of which is war, where Armenia lost a large number of the male gender. The female population, however, is increasing. Different researchers and studies on this matter expose that 60% of the Armenian population are women. Women in Armenia are all without exception working inside and outside the house and contribute to the development of their land. Since the number of men is very small in Armenia, it is very common to see married men in illegal affairs with many other women.
And like I said, the ones that are ugly, they're going to be out to the field. The other thing that is going to be beneath the Israelite male to deal with anything that's not just drop dead gorgeous. Period. So it is what it is. It'll be beneath them. Okay? So you're not going to be walking around, feeling like, what does he see in that? But you ain't even going to have that kind of thought process anyway, so I don't even know why I'm explaining that, giving you more credit than what it's going to be. You're going to be programmed to understand that your man could have whatever type of woman he wants to have.
4. Russia. These statistics continue to show the imbalance existing between men and women in Russia. The situation seems not getting any better. According to Metro newspaper, every 1,000 men equals 1160 of women. So you can see the difference. It's true that most of the Russian women do leave their country and settle in different corners of the world. The gap between men and women is still huge. 5. Estonia. Not so much different than Russia, the female population in Estonia is 53%. The leathers of this island are all women who are happily spending their lives playing music and doing their everyday work. However, you can rarely find men walking on this island, as there are only a few and are busy fishing on the waters. 6. Latvia. This country is widely known for its white beaches and large forests. This country equally suffers from the small population of men, and this goes back to many different reasons. One of which is that the male population of this country knows the highest rates of mortality, and that's because men of this place are addicted to smoking cigarettes and also more prone to experiencing anxiety, depression, and even suicide.
Okay, and what have we been saying here? Esau can't handle the curses that are coming down the pipe. I put that in the sit down. They can't handle. They're not built for the curses that are coming down the pipe. They done had privilege for so long that their mindset is not built for the pressures that are getting ready to start coming down the pipe. So they in suicide even here in America. You don't hear about all the people that are jumping out the motherfucking condos down on the Gold Coast. You don't hear about that. Or blowing their brains out and this, that, and other. They're not putting that in the media because how could they tell you that they men or show you that they men is weak? Our women, the Israelite woman, is still banking on Esau's system rebounding. Okay? So she can still have her goodies. Well, her goodies are getting ready to dry up. And her trust in them is going to betray her. Period. That feminist movement of the 70s that I witnessed as a precocious. Is that the word I want to look for? I think so. I mean, being very aware for the age that I was. I think that's what the definition behind it is. But yeah, very aware of what was going on around me for the age that I was. You know, the burning of the bras and this, that, and other. Sure, I was a young guy, and I to be able to see all kinds of women with their nipples on TVs and whatnot, because this was all a big movement. Okay, a big feminist movement. Women was taking their bras off. You know, I ain't talking about they were taking their bras off and had a bunch of titties on TV. No, I'm saying they were taking it or coming out there with no bras, so you could see through and see the nipples and all this other kind of stuff under the t-shirts, almost like wet t-shirt type contests and stuff like that. Young man like me, oh, that was wow. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have it just running around on TV like that. So it was like, whoa, shit. Soft porn. Hormones raging. What the fuck? But that's what I'm saying. So this was on TV. So I remember this as a kid growing up during the 70s and watching all this jump off. Okay?
That's not all. The women in Latvia are more brave and courageous than men and are taking charges of high government positions. 7. Ukraine. According to statistics, there is a huge gap between the population of men and women. The latter seems to be higher than the former by a difference that has been estimated to be more than 3 million. The statistic also shows that as long...
More than 3 million. So there's 3 million women more than men in that. So whatever the population is, when you squam off man on woman, you've got 3 million women more than what that population has got going there. For real?
As the population is increasing, the gap between the male and female population will get even bigger day after day. 8. Australia. We cannot deny that Australia has known a great progress in the domain of the medicine as well as many other domains, including management. The latter domain is largely taken by the female population, as most of them would try to take such leading roles in society where they find it hard to find their partner. 9. Iceland. They say that the beauty of Iceland women is able to bewitch your body and soul. They have something unique that the whole world is speaking about. Unfortunately, Iceland has a very small male population, which makes it hard for these beautiful women to find their soulmate and settle down. However, the government tried to make some efforts to fight this situation and overcome this crisis by allowing the Iceland women to marry foreigners. This program also offers those who accept the program a monthly salary of $5,000. Once lots of men become interested and made a step forward, the government denied the program, insisting that they have never made such announcement. 10. Lithuania. According to what was reported by the BBC, women of Lithuania are highly educated and known to live healthier and longer than men. It's true that the number of the born baby boys are higher than the baby girls, but men are found to live shorter than women.
So with that having been said, like I said, I'm going to put a couple more scriptures on this and go from there, okay? So I already did that one. I did that one. Yeah. Let me go here. Isaiah. Okay, yeah, Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man, doesn't say a woman, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, so the Lord said he's going to make a man more precious than gold. That's pretty simple. Like I said, childbearing. I'm going to show you the scripture, though. Child, B-E-A-R-I-N-G, bearing. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Means that all this kind of got flipped upside down because of the fact that when we were told who not to fuck with, the woman still wanted to talk to that slick talking snake. It wasn't no motherfucking slithering fucking on the ground snake. It was a slick talking human, as you want to say. Okay? Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. See what I'm saying? She shall be saved in childbearing. Means that even though all these, the elect, the males, and the 144,000, what we want to call them, X-Men, or having the X factor or whatever the case might be, spiritual powers and all that other kind of stuff, being what they are, they still gonna have to have women that their body matches up to for them to be able to bear children. And these heathen women are not going to be that. We're going to be able to go to other planets and things of this nature, which means we got to be able to leave the Van Allen belt and this, that, and other. And as a human, this body will not pass through the Van Allen belt without being bombarded by radiation and dying in the process of, okay? Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness. Just look at that. Consecration, purification, the effect of consecration, sanctification of the heart and life. Got her mind right. Okay? If they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Soundness of mind. Like I said, got her mind right. Self-control. Not gonna be in a position where she all jealous and whatnot because the way the Lord set it up. Like I said, you ain't even got to worry about that though. He gonna set your mind right, so you ain't gonna have to worry about that. So with that having been said, again, this is Kapalia, aka Pops out of GMS Chicago, sending all praises, honor, and glory again out to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Akakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, sending double honors because they do well. To the brethren around the world, push this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly scriptures, declaring war on the planet. Salutations. Hopefully, hope that's edifying. Aquath is listening, sincerity, and charity. Get your mind right. But 2/3 scorner, scoffer, reprobate, Israelites, and 17 other nations, your destruction is closer than what you think. With that, shalom.